As you know, I've been reviewing portable power stations on this channel for a very long time, but I honestly never thought that I would be doing a review on one from DJI. This here is the DJI Power 1000, a portable power station from the same company that builds some of the best drones that are on the market. But after thinking about it for just half a second, you'll see that it totally makes sense that DJI would want to release a product like this, since portable power is foundational to what the company does, keeping DJI's best products up in the air. As I always do, I'm gonna kick things off with an unboxing, give you guys a look at what you'll be getting inside the box when you buy the DJI Power 1000. I do have to say that the unboxing experience is pretty simple here, since there's only one box, since a lot of competing companies in the space do give you an exterior box and then an interior box on the inside. It makes cleanup and recycling a whole lot easier when there's just one box to deal with. The DJI Power 1000 really doesn't come with much here, with the usual warranty card, quick start guide, and the power cable. And that's pretty much it, besides the power station itself. And as you can see, the power cable does not come with a power brick, which can be tedious to carry around, which means everything's actually built into the unit itself. I do like the design of the unit with this matte black finish, which should hold up pretty well over time. Even if you do bang it up here and there, it shouldn't show any wear and tear. It looks purpose-built though to go on a camping trip or to be used at an outdoor work site, but still elegantly designed enough so that it doesn't look out of place in your office or in your house. And unlike a lot of other competing devices, the Power 1000 does feature all of its ports on the front of the unit. This makes it incredibly easy to access everything all in one place, rather than having to put the power cable in the back or have the power button on the side of the unit and then all the charging ports on the front. It's simple, clean, and easy to use with easy access to all of the ports. And though it might not look it, this should actually be considered a DJI drone accessory as well, since they built in incredibly fast DC to DC charging that's compatible with DJI's drone battery packs. It saves about 20 minutes on a DJI Mavic 3 series battery charge, allowing it to charge from 10% to 95% in just 30 minutes. And anyone knows who flies drones a lot, that is really great, since it reduces the downtime between flights and allows you to have that drone up in the air more often. USB-C ports on power stations like these are becoming pretty common these days, but typically you'll have two ports that have 100 watts split between the two of them, which means if you plug in two devices at once, you typically get about 50 out of each. Though the DJI Power 1000 is the first one that I've tested that delivers not only 140 watts of output over USB-C, but it does that out of each of the power ports, not splitting it between the two, which means you can power two high-powered laptops plugged into here over USB-C without this unit breaking the sweat, which honestly is pretty incredible. As for the internal capacity of the battery, you're looking at a 1024 watt-hour battery with up to 4,000 cycles before it reaches 70% of its original capacity. And since most people really don't know what a watt-hour is, since smartphone batteries are measured in milliamp hours, here's just a quick breakdown of what you should be able to get out of this unit on a single charge. Typically, that means you should be able to charge 50 smartphones or keep a portable refrigerator running for 18 to 20 hours, or keep that coffee machine running for an hour straight. For charging, DJI has equipped the power station with 600 or 1200 watt charging speeds with a simple switch on the front, allowing you to easily switch between the two. The 1200 watt speed is rated to charge the unit in 70 minutes, but in my testing, I managed to do it in 62 minutes, a good 8 minutes faster. Of course, using the 600 watt charging speeds is going to be better for the overall battery longevity, and that should charge the unit in about 2 hours. Unlike a lot of other power stations that are around this size that typically have built-in inverters with a maximum output of 12 to maybe even 1500 watts, DJI has gone above and beyond here with the Power 1000, including an inverter that'll run 2200 watts continuously until the power is completely depleted from the battery. That number goes up higher to 2600 watts for bursts of up to 30 seconds, or even 4400 watts for short power surges. Typically, you would have to pay at least 50% more more for a power station if you want to see any numbers like that. DJI has also built in a UPS feature into the Power 1000 so that you can have your sensitive electronics and other appliances plugged in and running through the unit at all times. And then in case of a power outage, it switches over from the power pass-through mode to the UPS mode in 12 to 20 milliseconds, allowing everything to run smoothly at all times without the worry that the weather is going to interrupt your work. Of course, I'm not just going to be sitting here spitting out some numbers and hoping that you take my word for it, so let's do some real-world tests with the DJI Power 1000 to see if it actually holds up to the company's claims. First up, I tested the inverter to see if it could really deliver the 2200 watt hours of sustained power output. I ran an air fryer and a toaster at the same time to make my lunch today. And with both of those running, it exceeded the 2200 watt peak by just a little bit. And that ran for 4 to 5 minutes while the bread was being toasted. And for those of you who are curious if a unit like this is powerful enough for your power tools, I did take this outside for a couple minutes and used it to make a couple cuts of wood with my miter saw. It handled itself just fine, and honestly, I'm looking forward to using it with some outdoor projects coming up. Next up, to test the overall capacity of the Power 1000, I'm going to be using it to charge my laptop. Well, not just one, because that wouldn't be enough, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now some of these are pretty small, but we do have some beasts here as well. And all of these have been drained to 10% or lower. So let's get everything plugged in to see how many we can charge before we deplete the battery on the DJI Power 1000. Surprisingly, it managed to charge all 10 of the laptops. I was expecting it to die with at least a few of the laptops still sitting at 80 to 90%. But after 2.5 hours, all of the laptops were completely charged, and the unit still had about 3 to 5% battery charge remaining. Now, of course, this is just an example. You will probably never need to charge 10 laptops at once, but having a power station like this that can deliver that much power simultaneously is honestly a godsend for a lot of people who don't have a traditional working space like an office and are typically on the road or working out of their car a lot of the times. DJI also sent over a handful of the Power 1000's accessories, for which there's a pretty extensive lineup. You can get adapters that charge the unit from your car, and of course there are solar panels as well if you want to charge the unit off-grid. But my favorite though is the protective storage bag for the Power 1000. It's made of this great textured material that should keep it safe from the elements. It's not 100% waterproof, but it should keep you safe from a downpour if you get caught out in the rain. And then it has some storage compartments on the side here for your accessories. And since this is specifically built to be used while the unit is in use, it has some flaps here on the side that open up to reveal the vents for the airflow through the unit itself. And then along the front here, unzip this, and you have direct access to all of the ports on the inside, allowing you to use this entire unit without having to take it out of the bag. And one nice other touch here, since the power button is hidden away underneath the bag itself, they've marked it right here on the front of the bag. It says power. Just press this and it'll turn the unit on or off. That great. I do also want to mention how quiet this unit is while it's charging, even at 1200 watts. It's only 23 decibels loud, and that's honestly barely audible even when you're outdoors just sitting a couple feet away. It can get louder than that when it's under extremely heavy load, but that's of course to be expected. Overall, I am quite impressed with the DJI Power 1000. While I've seen quite a few 1 kilowatt hour power stations over the years, DJI honestly takes things to the next level with that built-in inverter that delivers so much power. I was honestly expecting this to come in at about $1,200 and was surprised to learn that it was only $999, which is honestly a great deal. But even right now, they're offering a discount on this unit at $699, which is even better than that. If you want more details about the DJI Power 1000 and you want to pick one up for yourself, check out the link in the video description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks to DJI for sponsoring this video. I'll catch you in the next one.